What's going on, people? Ever 2000 right back at you from the Monster Island Man Cave with another figure review. And based on this beautiful green monstrosity that you see in front of you, I'm doing the X Plus 25 centimeter Biollante from the cool and awesome film Godzilla vs. Biollante. Let me preface this by saying this, ladies and gentlemen, this review is going to be dedicated to two special people that I love in my life. First off, is for my wife, Sandra. I got this figure for her, and we're more so sharing this figure, so it's more so hers than it is mine. But I want to dedicate this review to her because I love her very much, obviously. And for Burley Vane, because without him, I couldn't have gotten this figure. He presented me with the opportunity to get this figure, and without him, I couldn't have got it. So, my wife, Sandra, Burley Vane, I love you both. Thank you so much for being a part of my life. Now, let's get into the figure. This is Biollante, her final form in the film of Godzilla vs. Biollante, where she fought Godzilla for the last time in the film. And this is a really awesome figure. Very wide, very big, very massive. So if you're planning on getting this, because Biollante is going to be reissued twice this year in 2015, I'll get to that later on. So if you get this figure, be prepared to allow this figure to have a whole bunch of space and don't have it cramped in. But like I said, I'll get to that later. But the figure is awesome. Everything from the tendrils here, or the tentacles. The teeth is sculpted really well on the tendrils, as well as the mouth. The paint job is absolutely beautiful. From her sack right here, and the thorns all over her body, because she's a cross between Godzilla and a rose. So these thorns here represent that. I love how the back here has more of a Godzilla feel to it, because the leaves back here kind of look like his dorsal plates on his body. So it has like a dorsal plate type of feel to it, to the back. The eyes are, I believe they're like the eyes are a little bit are pink. They don't have any pupils. I don't recall seeing any pupils on Biollante in the film, so I believe this is screen accurate. But the mouth on the body, wow, just really awesome. So many teeth, very sharp. Don't let your children get a hold of this, because it may cause some damage. But the teeth are individually sculpted really well. They're very sharp. And there's articulation here within the mouth. There's no other articulation here at all in the figure. Now, as far as the tendrils concerned, you can bend them just a little bit, so there's minor articulation there. However, there's wires in the tendrils that keeps them holding in place, which they are right now. And I don't suggest you bend them that much, because there's this plastic or vinyl casing around the tendrils, and they may snap off. So I highly suggest don't bend the tendrils that much. You may have to bend them just a little bit, maybe just to get a little, if you want to take pictures of it. And like this tendril, for example, like in this position, the tendril kind of like is in the way of Biollante's face. So if you want to move it ever so slightly just to get it out of the way of the face, you can. But don't apply too much pressure when you move the tendrils, because it may run a risk of snapping off. Or at least the vinyl plastic casing on the wires may end up snapping off. But other than that, this is a really awesome figure. I'm glad I got it. Quite frankly, this is a figure I've been wanting for a long time, but I didn't put it in my mind to get it, because I got on the X Plus party train like a little bit late, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. This figure came out in 2011, and it was pricey then. I think it was like maybe $400 or $500 then. And ever since then, because it being so rare, this figure so rare, the price jumped up exponentially. I've seen this figure going for like $1,000 upwards to $2,500 to $3,000. Really ridiculous. But thanks to the reissues that come out this year, a lot of us fans will have an opportunity to get this figure. But like I said, I never put it in my mind to get it, because I didn't want to be disappointed, because I knew I couldn't afford it at the time. But I saw an opportunity to get it, thanks to Burley Vane. He helped me make the most out of that opportunity, and here she is. And this is a great, beautiful figure. I highly recommend this figure. I know I say that in all my videos, but still, this is just a great, awesome figure. And like I said, she's very wide, very spacious. So if you do get her, put her on maybe top of a bookcase, something like that. Put her somewhere where she's gonna have room to display all her tendrils going out. Don't have her in a cramped space. Once again, if you cramp her in, you may bend these tendrils, which may run the risk of snapping off. So just put her somewhere where she could have room to breathe and room to expand herself. But yeah, this is a really awesome figure. Pictures don't do it justice. A video won't do it justice. Once you see it in person, you will love it even more than you do now. Really awesome. Just great. They X Plus once again outdid themselves when they made this figure. So I can't speak enough on the great things about this figure. Get her. Absolutely get your hands on it. But let's go with size comparisons. First, let's do the 30 centimeter Godzilla 1989 from X Plus. Let me just try and get him around here. Hopefully they're both in the shot or whatever. This is a cool setup here. Now, for those people out there that are OCD or just have to have the proper scaling with each figure, there's nothing wrong with that. Some may say that this Godzilla is way too big for Biollante because it wasn't like that in the film, whereas Biollante was towering over Godzilla quite a bit. This is still a great setup to have. It's not size accurate screen wise for the movie, but still, I think any incarnation of Godzilla 89 from X Plus going Biollante is still a perfect fit. He is too big in this for screen accuracy purposes, like I said, but still, the detail on the Godzilla 89, whether it's the original or diamond reissue, really goes perfectly with this Biollante. I don't care what scale it is, but that's just my opinion. They both look really awesome together, especially when both of them have articulation in their mouths like this. So you can't go wrong there. Now, whereas the 25 centimeter 89 is more on the line screen on size wise with the Biollante, but I still say that any incarnation of Godzilla 89 runs perfectly with this figure. And with that being said, let me do it with another Godzilla 89, which may kind of be perfect for this figure. And this is the Godzilla 1989 Yuji Sakai that came out late last year. And as you can see, it's a little bit smaller than the original 30 centimeter, and it kind of runs it a little bit better screen accurate wise with the Biollante. So if you have the 30 or the Sakai or the 25 centimeter 89, like I said, any Godzilla 89 will look perfectly with this figure. And now that I have the Sakai here, it really looks even better, in my opinion, versus the 30 centimeter. Not trying to say I'm bashing the 30 centimeter, how it looks against Biollante, because I think they both look perfect. But for the film, if you want to recreate the film, this one looks even better with the Biollante. And with Biollante being 25 centimeter, being this big, I can understand why they didn't make this in 30 centimeter, because if they did, it would probably be bigger than the gigantic burning Godzilla. So I think they did a great job choosing this size for Biollante, because if it were bigger in the 30 centimeter range, it would be twice as big and therefore twice as expensive. So I think it's a good call. As far as Godzilla Biollante is concerned, I really do love that film. I really do. And I grew up watching it. I think I was in high school when I first came across this film, and I was actually really excited about it because after the events of Godzilla '84, I grew up on the American version, Godzilla 1985. At the end, because there's a difference between the Japanese version and the English version. At the end of Godzilla 1984, Godzilla, goes into the volcano, they blow it up, and he trips over and he falls into the crater of the volcano. In the Japanese version, they do just that, and then they don't have that monologue from a Raymond Burr from the '85 version at the end. At the end, Godzilla trips over, falls in the crater, and they blow it up, and the credits roll. In the '85 version, Godzilla falls into the crater, but they put in like a loud screeching scream, like he's screaming as he's going into the volcano, and then they blow it up, and then you have Raven Bird's monologue. When I was growing up watching that film, by them putting that added sound effect in there, I thought Godzilla was dead. I thought he was going to be dead at the end of the movie, because they don't really explain or really give you any kind of detail that he survived. So when this film came about, I was like, all right, cool, great, he did survive, and they start out, you know, one of the best ways to start a Godzilla film, where they zoom in, you see his cells, and you don't know what it is, and then you zoom it out layer by layer, skin, and you find out is actually Godzilla. I think that is really a cool way to start a film. As far as Godzilla vs. Biollante is concerned, Godzilla vs. Biollante, as far as the physical confrontation between the two monsters, they're not really the meat and potatoes of the film, if you get what I'm saying. As far as I'm concerned, Godzilla vs. Biollante is more of a continuation of Godzilla 1985 or Godzilla 1984, where the movie is not about Godzilla vs. Biollante. It's more so about Godzilla coming back and ravaging Japan and how to deal with him in a modern day setting. Of course, he does battle Biollante, of course, but it doesn't really make the film all that much. You know what I mean? Now, it's a good addition to the film, but it's not about Godzilla vs. Biollante. It's more about how to deal with Godzilla. And this may be one of the gripes I have about this film, maybe because the fight scenes are not all that good, but that's also a plus in my opinion, also because at this point with Godzilla 84 and this film, Godzilla was presented in a more of a realistic fashion. Like if Godzilla was to exist in the real world, this would be happening. He's not going to pick up Biollante. He's not going to throw her around as he would do with other monsters, as in the Showa films, or as he did with other monsters in the Heisei films after this one. It's more of a realistic approach, because Godzilla relied more on his atomic breath to deal with Biollante. So it wasn't none of that body slamming, mile-long drop kicks, punching type of thing. It was more of a realistic fight between two contrasting creatures and how they were going to deal with the other one. So I really enjoyed that part. But I think that some people may not like this film because of the fight scenes not being what they could be. But think about it this way. Biollante is such a massive monster. She can't be mobile. The only thing that's mobile on her is the tendrils. And she used those things to attack Godzilla more than her actually body herself. But even still, it still is a great film. It's so many awesome things about that film. It's just cool. Like I said, the opening shot was one of them. The introduction of Mika Sagusa, the character that has like a psychic bond with Godzilla that would continue throughout the Heisei films. The Super X2, my favorite incarnation of Super X. Nothing against Super X1 or the Super X3, but Super X2 is my favorite incarnation of that flying machine. How they have the alarm system for Godzilla to indicate if he's going to return or not. The first system, where they have like maybe like a psychic connection, maybe to pinpoint his appearance. Then visual confirmation, and then 3 when he appears, and 4 when he lands on a specific area in Japan. I like that. Once again, a more realistic take on how to deal with Godzilla in this setting. And it's like I said, it's just a really, really great, awesome film, as well as the Godzilla design they used for this film, which is basically like a prototype of all the remaining of the suits that were in the Heisei period. It's basically a variation of this suit. They just made the head kind of smaller and smaller, and his underbody fatter and fatter, and they added more dorsal plates on the back. But still, really, really great, awesome film. Really, really cool film. I highly recommend it. You can't go wrong with Godzilla vs. Biollante. Now, as far as the reissue of Biollante is concerned, she's going to be reissued twice this year. From X Plus in Japan, they're going to make it's going to be a set between Biollante and a 25cm Godzilla 1989, and both going to have light up features. Godzilla's going to have light up features on his dorsal plates. There's a shocker there. And Biollante is going to have a light up feature right here in her sac or her stomach, whatever it is. And that's going to run like maybe, on the site I saw it was 59,400 yen, which translates to $489 US. Factoring shipping is going to be like maybe between $600 and $650, at the most $700. Now, Diamond Distributors has deal with X Plus to bring more figures from the 30cm line as well as 25cm line back to America. And Biollante is going to be one of them. And the retail price, from what I understand, is going to be $599, $600. Might have to factor in shipping on that, maybe. But that's the going price for that. Check out casualeddict.com to get more information on the release dates and the prices and stuff like that, because that's where I got my information from. casualeddict.com. So this is 2 golden opportunities to get this figure, and I highly recommend you make the most out of them. Far as the Bio set with Godzilla 1989 from X Plus, the light up, I think it's coming out in June, which means it probably won't get stateside till like around July. So, as far as the Biollante from Diamond, we don't really know when that's coming out. Apparently, they're going to be making 24 figures, and they're going to be trying to get those figures out within a year. So they're going to be like doing 2 per month. And I think they're going to be starting like around July, maybe, to get the pre-orders in. But we don't know if Biollante is going to be part of the first wave of Diamond. So let's just say Biollante is going to be one of the first figures to be offered. At the time of this recording, this is March the 15th. You got maybe 4 months to get your money together. So basically start saving now. You really want Biollante, now's the time to get it, whether from Diamond or from the Rick Boy site from X Plus. Start saving your money now, so when the time comes around to get it, you'll have the money to get it. And that's one thing I want to talk about too, as far as the Diamond deal with X Plus. They're going to be releasing 2 figures per month, like I said. I see that as a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is you're going to be getting figures that have been elusive for a long, long time. Titanosaurus, Space Godzilla, Anguirus 1968, 30cm, Rodan 1964, Biollante, King Ghidorah from 1968. A whole bunch of great figures. They have not announced at this point the Godzillas that's coming out, the Godzilla figures of himself that's coming out. So this is a good thing. They're going to be releasing all these figures back to the public, so that a lot of us fans, as well as new fans, can get their hands on them for a very, very cheaper price. The bad part is, in my opinion, I think that they should have expanded the deal where they can like put out maybe 2 or 3 figures like every 2 months, kind of what they did with the last Diamond deal, where they put like the GMK, the Gargantuans, came out like around January, February last year. Then 2 or 3 months later, around March or April, Godzilla 64 of Iran and Minya came out. Then 2 months later, Godzilla 2003 and Mothra Larva came out. Just space them out like every 2 or 3 months. But to put out figures every month from Diamond, even though they're a cheaper price, not to mention what we may be getting from X Plus in Japan, to flood the market with so many X Plus figures, and the last time I checked, none of us are millionaires. We're all working people that love to collect these things, but at the end of the day, we still got responsibilities that we got to take care of. So to flood the market with so many figures that we want to get and we want to buy may be a bad thing, because we don't have enough money to get everything that we want. So we're going to be picking and choosing for what we want. That's the only bad part I see about this Diamond deal, about them putting out so many figures all at one time. But that's the way it is. That's just the way I guess the deal came about or whatever. So, but I do say that if you're going to be picking and choosing what to get, Biollante should be definitely on that list. Because after they produce these and get these out, I don't see Biollante being out there a lot like I do with the Godzilla 62 or Godzilla 68 or the Godzilla 55. They're still out there at the same price that they were when it first came out. So I don't see Biollante being out there after it's been released. So I suggest that you get them, because once she's gone, she's going to be gone. And if you do see her, she's going to be right back where she was, in the $3,000 range, $2,000 range. And there's no guarantee that X Plus is going to be reissuing Biollante again. So take advantage of both these opportunities to get this figure. You will not be disappointed. Trust me when I say this. Personally, just like one of my holy grails to get. Like I said, I didn't think about getting it. I knew it would be impossible for me to get for being so expensive, so I didn't put it in my mind to say, hey, I want to get that down the road. The way I look at it, no hopes, no disappointments. So, but when I saw opportunity to get it, I took advantage of it, and here she is, like I said. And y'all should really do the same thing. Take advantage of both these opportunities to get Biollante. Start saving your money now. Put some away here and there. So when she comes around for pre-order, you'll be available to get her. And you can also, if you get it through Diamond, you also can do, I believe, I don't know if Comic Shops does this, but the comic shop that I deal with in Durham, North Carolina, Atomic Empire, what they'll do is they'll pre-order the figure, and if you don't have the money at the time when she actually hits the store and is ready to be released to you, sometimes they may extend you paying her out or paying your figure out for like another month, as long as you keep paying on it. So maybe you can check with your local comic book shops to see if they offer the same type of deal. But do whatever you can to make sure that you get this figure. Do whatever you can to make sure you get Biollante. You will not be disappointed with the purchase. Absolutely will not be disappointed with this figure. I highly recommend it. I love the figure. Once again, this is for my wife Sandra. I love you. This is for my brother from another mother, Burley Vang. I love you too, man. Thank you so much for providing this for me and my wife. I really do appreciate it. Check out kaijuedits.com. Check out the X Plus Collectors Facebook group on Facebook. Check out the Kaiju Brotherhood on Facebook. What's up, brothers? Check out the Godzilla Collectors group on Facebook also, about Godzilla collecting, these figures, and what you can do to get your hands on these beautiful, wonderful figures. Alright? I'm sorry if I've been rambling, but I want to provide as much information as I can about this figure, my feelings on Godzilla's Biollante, and it was just, I'm sorry if I rambled, but I just want to give as much information as I can. If you got any more questions, holler at me down at the comment section, or just hit me up, Mark Calloway, on Facebook, and I will do what I have to do, or do what I can to answer any questions that you may have. Also, check out Richard Esso's review on this figure. He did 2 of them. He did one like back in the day when he first got started, and he also did a re-up of this review like a couple days ago. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to throw orange juice on mine. Watch the video. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. But thank you again. Thank you for watching. Once again, the X Plus 25 centimeter Biollante, the standard edition. I don't have the Rick board. The Rick board came with like 3 little Mazer tanks, but I don't have that. I have the standard. Rick board standard. As long as you get Biollante, great figure. Great figure. X Plus 25 centimeter Biollante from Godzilla vs. Biollante. Alright? I thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next figure or movie review. Alright? Y'all have a good day. Bye.